All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I should say afternoon. It's 11:30 almost. All right. I'm interested to see. I guess Biden went ahead and spilled the beans, implicating the Smiths and a whole bunch of other people. What is it the prostitution ring? Is it the child trafficking? Is it the connections with the corrupt police? Connections in Indiana, all over, right? Biker gangs, all kinds of stuff. Right? It all leads to. I wonder if Biden gave this whole. It's a cell, right? Well, I'm labeling it a cell. Right? I know a lot of people are saying, well, that a cell is only in other countries, terrorist cells. No, not no more, folks. Right? A big giant cell of I don't know what political war. I told you it's a two-headed beast, right? This two-party system, whatever it is, it's just unbelievable. Right? So how deep does it go? That goes pretty deep, probably. I wouldn't doubt it if they sold their souls to the devil. I wouldn't doubt it if they released the vampires and disease. And I think that's what we got in this small little town. Is a bunch of vampires being led by Satan himself. So how many people did he give up? Did he give up all the congressmen that were involved in the cover up? This is huge, folks. This is actually grounds for espionage against the people of the United States and could very well bring on a massive war. Uh, right? That's why I'm saying we don't need war with other countries. We should be making peace with these people and getting the prices down in America and asking these other countries to help get rid of this cell. And it's spread all over, folks. It's all over the place. It's implicating gangs, probably, prostitutes, movie stars, all kinds of people. So, is it a big, serious problem? Oh yeah, especially if they've been killing people in America, uh, U.S. citizens, and been covering it up, right? How many drugs and what? How much do they have on Biden? We really don't know, right? I wish they would come out and tell us what they got. And to alarm the American citizen that it's an American cell, right? They've opened the doors to it for so long. And they're not going to give up, folks. They're not going to give their seats up. They're not going to step down from the power. They'll kill us all, right? And they'll come up with some line or something else. It was this, it was that, right? Other than themselves. Right? We're going through it in this small little town. Uh, yeah, corruption is everywhere, folks. The devil is even in the house of the Lord. And what can you do? I don't know. I do want to thank the Lord for another day. Um, we got storms coming again tonight. We had storms this morning. And is the world heating up? Well, yeah, folks. Something's going on. But how many people were implicated? That is the big question. How deep does it go? He's already talking about the Smith. I know Trump was talking about, he mentioned the Smiths. Very, very vicious people, and which we are seeing a lot of crime cases having to do with drugs, sex, gangs. And the Smith's name keeps popping up in all these cases. So is it some kind of these people had control of the USA for so long and they just won't they've been implicated. It's a giant ring, whatever it may be. Possibly. I would not take it off of the table at all. And how deep is the corruption? Very deep. I wouldn't doubt it if these people, if they are in heaven, they will be falling from heaven pretty soon. And then we'll have to deal with them. Now, we can ask the Lord to bind these people, right? To bind them because they are a threat to America. uh, and the citizens. But that's how corrupt it is. And when you're sitting on top of the most dangerous weaponry in the world and you can't get a grip on your country, what do? Right? You got to bring order. You got to bring peace. You got to get rid of the devil because America's been harvesting these people for so long. It's been a proven fact, Pentagon, special agencies, that these people are here in America, but they're communicating with other countries. Espionage right under our nose. And everyone said it's impossible. How? The network you would have. Well, folks, when you're dealing with Satan, uh, money, power, there is no bad, in their eyes, there is no bad. So how deep does it go? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how many congressmen got named, how many politicians, mayors in cities got named, how deep is the corruption? Is it that deep where we might actually have to, these people are not going to step down, right? They'll kill everybody. They'll take everybody's benefit. They'll do everything they can. And we've seen it time and time and again in America. God bless Jesus Christ and God Almighty for revealing this evil. And you know what, folks? We let this evil into us. We do. We let this evil into us, and we shouldn't be. Right? We're American citizens. Most are vets. Most are old. Right? Some of us disabilities. Some people no disabilities, but are not rich. Right? They work a job, but it's barely to get by or to put the kids through school or whatever. So what do I think? Well, I think it's a very dangerous situation, and so dangerous that actually, if they don't step down, if this is huge, and they don't step down, and you got to relieve these people from their post, from their chairs, uh, right? It could get violent, right? We don't know what kind of connections these people have. If it is a cell that is generating out of the United States, you got to chop the head of the beast off. And people are like, we never thought this could be. How could it be? Well, because you were blinded by Satan, folks. His money, the bitches, the boats, the hoes, all the money and all that crap, the fame. So is this a serious situation? You bet your ass. And if I was sitting in there, Pentagon and high branches in the government, I would have to say, we're going to melt her down. It's out of control. We've been harboring Satan so much that now we got no control over Satan. You got to burn it down, melt it, crater, whatever you're going to do, right? Yeah, that is war, folks. I told you there is no art of war when you are sitting on the biggest, baddest death machines, right? That these people created. You can't control the zoo. You got to get rid of the animals. So, do I blame anybody but the people that were gluttons? They just kept dipping their hands into the American people's citizens' money, right? Would I label it a cell? Oh, sure, espionage, tyranny, all kinds of shit, right? When you're covering up shit and people are pocketing millions of dollars, billions, really, probably. Yeah. Now, back in the olden days, that would be grounds for assassination. They would have killed these people, right? You sold your countrymen out. You killed your countrymen by not having good health care, by having doctors kill people because they were in their pockets. Nurses, you name it, folks. That's why people are like, are you kidding me? Where that it's woven into society. You got mobsters, gangbangers, killers, assassins right within the hospitals, even doctors, folks. You would be shocked if you knew what we knew. We would have to melt this country down. And that's no joke. So, how deep does it go? Very deep. Cops, all kinds of people. Just like we've been saying for many, many years, it's corrupt. And when the mafia comes out and says, you want to know the biggest racket killers, America, we didn't believe it. But now we are seeing this is true. It's just evil, using spirits, demons to bind, to possess people. These are evil people, folks. Satan has always been here. He's infiltrated everything. And you got to be strong. And I myself am guilty, right? I'm a single dude. I wasn't born gay. I like women, right? I prefer one woman, right? To married maybe one day, whatever. I'm getting old, but never was gay. But, you know, that alone is a sin, right? You're a single dude. You have urges, right? So what do you do? You got to take the lesser of the sins, and people can't understand it. Right? They want to go after this tiny baby crap person instead of handling Satan himself and the seven-headed beast, right? So what can you do? Nothing. You got to go along with the flow because we don't have people in power enough to come in with boots, right? To say we're bringing boots in and we're making changes, right? We're going to go by the Bible. They're not going to do that. If we did that, we'd have to kill our families, our fellow men, our women, right? So what is it a problem? It sure is. And here's the thing, I got a disability. And instead of going out and doing anything, because I can't no more, I sit home and I watch stuff. And it ain't good for my disability because it gets me thinking. And then I'm thinking things I shouldn't be thinking. And then I got to tell myself, stop thinking this way. Right? You got a disability. You don't need to be knowing all this knowledge and everything like that. So what do? Nothing. I have a disability. My time is done. Right? I'm going to relax, enjoy it. Poor, but at least be in peace and enjoy my days. And some days are in pain, right? But we're tired of playing with the system, the red tape, their rules. If you don't do this, we'll take everything. And I'm tired of it. A lot of people are tired of it. And that's the corruption, folks. We're dealing with a witch, a demon. And I can tell you this much, folks, there is no hell. There is no hell, right? Some people are saying we're dealing with a woman. Scorn, maybe many of these women. I don't know. Witchery, sorcery. I see it right in front of me in this little apartment complex. I see people getting drove crazy and kicked out so they can move in one of their team, right? We're seeing it, folks, right in front of my faces, our faces, right on camera. Political, whether it be a war against God or the devil in this town, there's so many. It's a church town, right? 5, 6, 7 churches or whatever here in this small little town. 1 McDonald's and a Subway. That's it. And a car wash and a bunch of gas stations, right? You know, small country town, whatever. Yeah, it's everywhere. I wouldn't doubt it if they injected us deliberately. I wouldn't doubt it if they're trespassing on us, just like the Bible said. probably got 50, 60 people in me, right? We're just dumpsters for these people. So is it a serious problem? I would say it is, folks. You guys think it's a joke. It'll be another civil war. No, technology has come too far, folks. He couldn't waste my boots on the ground when I got technology to do other things. So is it a problem? You bet your butt, man. Right? They're so poor, they can't afford a good attorney to go against what they're doing to people here in America. Right? You got to be rich. You got to have money to sue, to get more money. Right? So are they breaking the laws here? Yes. Are they doing search and seizures without people being home? Legal? Yes. Are they doing a lot of things in America that they shouldn't be doing, that are against the law? Yes. Right? Are they steamrolling us? Yes. And there ain't nothing anyone can do. You fight against it and you're labeled and thrown in jail and you lose everything. It is the devil, if you ask me. And he's pissed. And we tampered. Jesus came in. I seen it, tipped over all the tables and said enough. Right? Enough is enough. Enough with you trespassing on us. Enough with you diseased minds. Right? We got enough sickness, our own. Really, it ain't our own. Right? Some people got sick deliberately by other people. Now we are taking literally this year that it's true. They sent people out with COVID knowing that they were contaminated deliberately to contaminate more people. A contamination cell that was used, terrorist techniques used in America. When they know next time this happens, that these people that are out without masks and knowing that this is going to be the next round will probably be even more deadlier. Should they be labeled as terrorists, domestic terrorist cells? They're deliberately going out spreading disease to kill people, just like Satan. Lying, cheating, no good bastard. I wish God would come down because he would have my number one vote. I'd be like, clean it, baby. I'm behind you. You ain't gonna have this crap no more on earth. But until God comes down and says, Johnny, I'm here. All right, I'm voting for you. I'll be in the election. I'll be right there with you. Amen to that. All glory goes to God. So, what do we do? Just hunker down, folks. Do the best you can. We're poor. You go against the system, you'll be real poor. They force people into poverty. They force these people prostitution, drugs, cartels, gangs. They force these people into it because now you lose your disability. You lose the only income you got, Social Security or your job. You got to make money. Nobody's going to hire somebody with a disability or old or whatever. And some of these people don't want to work. They work 30, 40 years, right? Hard jobs built this country. And they're forced into doing things illegal because they can't make money any other way because America, the world, has put such high pressure on who you are by how much money you make and what you look like. So, is it a problem? Yes. Are they smart enough to figure it out? No. Why? Because they're corrupt. They don't want to stop the money. They don't want to stop the disease and sickness. They don't even want to cure a common cold. And that's the problem with America. And these people got a heavy weight on their shoulders. Could this country go into a civil war, a political war? Well, they already have been, folks. They have already been sending these people out when we should have been on lockdown and took that outbreak, attack seriously. Well, a lot of people were killed. And we said it on this channel numerous times. You got to lock it down. There's a problem. And because you got open borders to other countries that are sick, it becomes a problem. And they just don't want to listen. And there's nothing anyone could do. All we got is God. Right? That's all we could do is pray to God. Now, how deep does this go with Biden? I don't know. I wouldn't put it past that. They hit it right on the button. It was some kind of giant cell. They were trafficking money, whores, boats, probably drugs, biker gangs cutting deals with. I mean, it's phenomenal. And if it's true, it explains everything, right? Why people are getting denied health care, why people are getting denied benefits, why people are paying for kids that ain't their kids. Why? Because there's proof that these people were even inside the genealogy system and were rigging tests. Right? Now, I'm not saying that happened to me, but is it true? Yeah. Yeah, test wrong. Right? There's millions of people that have been paying for kids that ain't their kids. Nothing wrong with it. God bless them. But is it true? Yes. God. It's huge. Huge. Yes, witchery, sorcery, curses. Yes, they've been using them. I'm witness to that, Lord. I'm witness to that. I have a couple of curses on me, spells, people trespassing on me. And here's the thing, if you believe it, you're an idiot. Nuts anyways. So we're danged if we do, danged if we don't. And that's why the other countries are now coming around seeing that this is ridiculous. We don't want this crap. And I don't blame them. It's a two-headed beast. Right? We can deal with the war between God and the devil. But now we got to deal with this politic war, which, are you kidding me? Is God really in it? If God was really into politics, we'd all have been rich. We all would have been healthy, and we all would have been full. We would have had fish to eat, bread, and the word of the Lord. I got some things to do. It's interesting to see how deep is it? How many people did they get? Was it political? Were they killing people and injecting people? Not with vaccine. Vaccine is a clear color like water. I think these people were using something else. From what the witnesses are saying, that ain't a vaccine. So therefore, I do believe that these people, hey, it happened in Angola, Indiana. It's happened to a lot of people out here. Sickness being spread and it being covered up. Indianapolis, one of the hospitals out there, were cleaning or were doing operations on people, but the instruments were not sterile at all. And people got sick, right? Even died, right? Now, supposedly, the information is they tried to cover it up. But then when they started getting too many people coming back, then it broke. That these people went in for simple operations and the instruments were contaminated. Now, was that done deliberately? I don't know. If they said yes, would I think it would be true? Yes. If we're dealing with the devil and he's interwoven in everything, yeah. End times, maybe, people. Keep your eye on God. Don't Don't pray to the devil. You're going to get mad. You're going to get angry. You're going to go crazy, just like I did. But keep a level head. Know that you have a sickness. Know that the devil is tampering with us. And this is what it's going to be, right? Till we go to heaven. And I'm good with it. I'm going to be pumped full of pills again, gain a whole bunch of weight. Almost OD on the pills because you can't take it for that long. No, I'm good, right? I'm good where I'm at. Hey, I've come to terms. I'm happy with what I got right now. The Lord blesses me with something more. Amen. But I don't need it all, and I ain't no glutton, right? But what we are seeing, folks, is these people are gluttons. They cannot let go of the power. They can't let go of the money. They can't stop doing their black magic, witchery, sorcery, any of that crap. And I have a feeling, I'm afraid the Lord's going to come one day and just say, it's gone, Johnny. It's gone too far. Here, I'm going to put you here, and here's a woman, and here we go. And it's going to be gone, folks, just like it was written before in the Bible. I mean, we've been brainwashed by organizations. It's phenomenal. Oh, good morning, Debbie. Oh, Spencer Ashworth. Good morning. So is it a problem? How deep does it go? I think pretty deep. People are talking about certain individuals and groups out here in Indiana and people's names coming up. Well, before I used to go to bars. I used to hang out. I used to play guitar and stuff like that. And it's been a long time. I quit drinking, doing stuff like that. So a lot of people, right? But now my intels will be like, don't even hang around with nobody right now. I'm like, I hear you. I hear you. I don't want to be around anybody, right? I'm good where I'm at. So are these people? And folks, the devil is in the church. He'll preach to you like he knows everything, but he don't. Right? He's the one that's within the house, and he's destroying everything. Right? So are a lot of these people all affiliated with this political group, religion groups that are driving us absolutely nuts? We just want to be in peace with our family and kids and to be safe. So it's deep. How deep does it go? I don't know. We'll find out though. I don't even want to know. Right? I already know it's bad when you got the president of the United States and government in certain branches saying it's that corrupt, it's that bad. Right? We're being eaten alive like a cancer. And I believe that. We're all being eaten alive. Everything needs to be reworked. You know how much money we spend in red tape and paperwork? Do these folks understand how much we spend as a country in red tape and paperwork within the system? We waste time. We could download millions of workers that we don't need. Why? Because it's a system that could be fixed. It's almost like what Musk did when he bought that company. He fired everybody and kept only 20% or something like that of the workers, not even. Because they were creating red tape, paperwork, right? If any changes happen in your life, you got to report it. You got to come back into the office, fill out more paperwork. Red tape, folks. And that red tape was created to keep you memorized, hypnotized, and just going in circles as much as they can, right? This country is running off a system that was back from the 1800s, folks. It's broke down. It's broke down. There's been new adaptments to it, like with healthcare or whatever, but not much, right? It's still a system that was created back when this country was conquered by the pilgrims or whatever, right? A system that has been running for so long, it's broke down. It's like a machine. I keep telling these idiots, I'm not the smartest person, but I used to work on cars and motorcycles and equipment and stuff. And after so many years, it's shot. You're going to spend more money in rebuilding. It's no good, right? You got to revamp it or something. I don't know, have it bored, milled out, new rings, pistons, rocker arms, crank rods, all the stuff, right? You got to rebuild the whole thing. It's broke down. And that's what a system in place for so long that it's just failing, folks. Right? When you put that much power in insurance companies, well, they deny you. Right? When you put that much power in medical fields and everything based on medicine and pills or whatever, they don't make money if they don't sell pills. It's just unbelievable. It's got to go through companies screwing people over deliberately, but because they are a business, who goes to jail most of the time? The consumer. The person that walks into the store and complains to the store, you ripped me off, right? What does the store do? They call the police. I got some guy here saying we ripped him off. He's going crazy. Who goes to jail? Even though the guy had proof, they ripped him off. Does the store go to jail? No. Oh, it was a mistake. We made a mistake. Sorry about that. We'll give you our money. Do you understand what kind of power we gave these people? Where the citizen is nothing. It's got to stop, folks. I'm here to tell you, God is spreading the word, right? If you folks live by money, you sleep by money. If that's the only thing in your life that, if you can't live with having a cheap bottle of water or cheap coffee or whatever, and you got to have the best of the best of the best of everything, well, folks, you are a glutton. And you didn't hear the Lord's word. I don't need it all. If someone came to me and said, here's $20 million, I'd say, give me 10 and take the rest and spread it amongst this country. Do something. I don't need $10 million because I don't need a $50 million home. That you can't take, you got to hire people to even just live there. The electric bill itself is probably phenomenal itself. These people live, they think they get a little bit of money and boom, right? Good God, a $200,000-$300,000 or $300,000 home is good enough, man. 4 or 5 bedrooms, a basement, and hey, I'm good, right? I'm good. But people don't live that way. I don't know why. It's interesting. They got to have it all. And thus for it creates exactly what was in the Bible. They become gluttons. They got to have it all. And that's what we're dealing with politics. And that's what we're dealing with the devil. And all I can ask, Lord, is please, I know that America is not the Holy Land where Jesus once walked. Well, I don't know. We don't know. Is the Bible real? Did they create the Bible to brainwash us, to keep Israel always in power? I don't know. I hope not, Lord. I hope not. But if you did walk in America at one time and they made it all up, well, now we're in the Holy Land. We better take our shoes off. But if not, I know it's not because it's not in the Bible, whatever they're saying. All I can ask, Lord, is to shelter us because we've been taken for a ride. We got people starving. But yet, we're sending trillions to other countries. Is it that big of a sell? It might be. We might have to listen to these professionals, Trump, whatever, Pentagon, right? Is our military, is our beloved military corrupted? Good God, I hope not. My family was in the military. I looked up to these people my whole life. Stubborn people. If you don't do what they say, they'll wreck your life. But good God, I hope not. But I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But what are these people doing? Everything the Bible said not to do. And that makes me think that they did sell their souls to the devil. And I ain't talking about looking at some Playboy book or naked woman. I'm talking about these people sold their souls. Do you understand? It's like someone asked me, what about tattoos? Oh, you get one tattoo and it ain't the number of the beast. You're good in my book. But when you cover your whole body, it's an addiction. Thus for now you have it's just like jerking off. You sit around all day jerking off. Now you have an addiction, right? The devil's got a hold of you. And it's the same thing with tattoos. It don't bother me someone has one tattoo. I'm going to be honest with you. As long as it ain't the number of the beast or a picture of the devil, right? Promoting him. Well, I don't like that. That's just me. But someone that has 1, 2 tattoos and that's it, and they're a butterfly or there's something else maybe cool or whatever, robot arm or whatever, really don't bother me, but I don't write the rules. So I can't speak on anything because I didn't write the rules. And I don't know what kind of pact God made with these people. I don't know. Not all people are bad with tattoos. But I can see what the Bible is talking about. Thus, for if they cover their whole bodies, then the devil, it's an addiction. It's like smoking cigarettes, folks. I'll probably go to hell for smoking cigarettes. I'll probably go to hell for being attracted to a woman, whatever, right? All I could do when I get there is preach the word of the Lord. Till then, I don't know. It's in God's hands and the government's hands. How deep does it go? Probably phenomenal, right? There's probably churches involved and all kinds of crap, which the government has been saying that. Our intelligence agencies have been saying that. Trump's saying, everyone's saying it, right? Intelligence agencies are saying that it's that corrupt. And they're all corrupt, right? Trump used to be corrupt, right? He's still getting charged with stuff. That's proven, right? We're in a bad situation, Lord. We're in a bad situation. And people think, oh, well, just go about life. And we're going to have to, folks. It's not our war. It's not our problem that this country is riddled with disease. It's not our problem that this country is so corrupt. Right? I didn't do it. I don't belong to no organizations, no gangs. I never did. I belonged to a construction crew once when I worked, to businesses that I worked, but no organizations that were corrupt or killed people just to do it for money. No, I don't belong on this earth, I guess, right now. I'm just here as a witness. We all are. Witness to the evil around us and the corruption and the sick and the poor and weak. And I'm getting sick myself. I got rained on a couple days, and Ben was out in the heat the other day, and And me, myself, I'm doing things I shouldn't be doing. I ask the Lord for forgiveness for that. Forgive me, Lord, for I've sinned, but I ain't broken the big ones. Right? And what are we seeing? We're seeing all kinds of stuff, folks. We're seeing people now getting scammed with children, trafficking children. They're dumping kids left and right out here. They got small little signs stuck in the ground out here. Adopt a kid over here. Right? Are these kids? They might have been trafficked. Right? Whose kids are they? They're popping up all over. And what do people do with them? Well, they get insurance breaks. They get money from the government, right? If you're a single mom, whatever, you got a kid, you get more food stamps, you get more money. It's a scam. I can't believe our children are, well, I can, because when I was younger, I was almost kidnapped. And so I could believe it. I could believe it. Right? Yeah. Man, that ugly. This is stuff that happened in London, right? We didn't have a trouble like this. Now, I'm not blaming London, or England or whatever, but this is stuff they were going through, right? They had a big problem over there with people. They built hospitals just to harbor kids so they can abuse them and sexually abuse them. And it's like guinea pigs. Kids were coming up missing everywhere. Some were trafficked there, from what some of these people say. Now, I don't know if it's true. That's just the history that we're seeing on YouTube and in our books. So, remain calm. Folks, if you can find a good partner, a good woman, a good man, hunker down. Hunker down. Don't go looking for something. Be happy with what you do have, I guess. These people got beautiful wives, and they still ain't happy. They got to have 6 girlfriends on the side. Right? And who am I to say not to, but they live by the Bible. It was in the Bible. This guy had 23 wives. This guy had 200 wives with 6,000 kids. Right? Yeah, this is a problem. Right? Especially when we're paying for these people kids. It's like the Mormon thing out west in Arizona and on the west and even out here, right? 50 wives and 300 kids, and they don't work. What? It's a problem. How deep does it go? I don't know, Lord. There's only 2 people I know that knows what's going on. That's God and Jesus. Maybe the government. And now we're seeing all these YouTubers that are just as nuts as any dictator or anything, right? They're sending these people sickness to us. And I'm like, that ain't that person's sickness. You send that back to that YouTuber and them other YouTubers. I don't care how popular they are on YouTube, right? That ain't ours. We ain't taking it. So, do I believe what's going on in America and all over the world? Yep. We got to hunker down, folks, and ride it out, right? Now, I do like healthcare. It's a great thing, but when you voice your opinion against these people, the first thing they do is drop your coverage, or you don't get the medication you need, or they threaten to take everything away. And that's what I'm talking about. When you speak up against the system, they will put you down, wreck you, drive you nuts, possibly kill you. It's very dangerous. And I'm out of it. I'm out. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my time on earth and wait for the good Lord and Jesus to come down and clean everything up and we can get back to normal living. Good God, I can't stand that. I hate politics. I hate everything now. I mean, I shouldn't say hate, but I just don't like it, right? We're just a vessel, folks, for these things. You call them entities, call them fallen angels, call them demons, whatever. We're just entities to these things, right? Vessels for them to operate through, alien, whatever. Be strong, try not to hurt nobody, and keep your head, even though our heads are already sick with human stuff because I'm a human, right? And that's another thing we should be doing. We should be testing these people. Does that human over there not have any sickness, right? He's been exposed to it, but he don't have it, right? He should be dying right now, but he's not. We should be investigating these people more, and we should be finding their blood types and what makes them tick. Could they be alien? Could they have the devil gene in them? They could. Maybe. I don't know. I got a couple things to do today, folks. I want to thank everyone for listening and watching. And what are we dealing with? Evil. This madness. I don't want no part of it. I'm going back to being cool and chill. Right? Spend the rest of my days on this earth at least being good. Not letting these people inside my head, inside my body. So do I believe the government in our history books of what civilization and what life used to be on earth back in the day? Yes, that's how it was. And that was law. And as old Donnie Baker used to say, that was state law. So, God, thanks for another day. We got storms coming. I'm sorry, I'm eating a chip. We got storms coming tonight, so be safe, folks. God bless everyone. I want to thank Spencer Ashworth, the great Debbie Fox, Lay Low and Chill is here. It's been a while. I haven't seen them around. Yeah, madness. Let's break away from it. Get back to life. I don't want nothing to do, no witches, no demons, no wizards or anything like that. And God bless everyone. Have a great day. Thank everyone for watching and stopping in. And how bad is the situation? We'll find out. Right? Is it a breach within intelligence? Were they trafficking? Were they sending terrorists? And here's the thing: our problem today is ain't with foreign terrorists right now. It's mainly with these gangs in America and bikers, people complaining about shootings on the highways and these gangs shooting up everything. That's the problem. Right? Domestic terrorism, bullyism. I don't know, America. God bless God. I hope he helps us all. Have a great day, folks.